Michel Foucault in the modern context. Michel Foucault, one of the most influential philosophers and social theorists of the 20th century, made significant contributions to fields such as philosophy, sociology, history, cultural studies, and critical theory. Born on October 15, 1926, in Poitiers, France, Paul-Michel Foucault was raised in a middle-class family with a strong academic orientation. He pursued his education at the prestigious École Normale Supérieure in Paris, where he studied philosophy and psychology. Foucault's academic journey was marked by his deep engagement with the works of existentialists, structuralists, and historians of ideas, all of which shaped the trajectory of his intellectual development. Foucault's academic career was characterized by his interest in understanding how power, knowledge, and discourse intersect to shape social institutions, practices, and individual subjectivity. His early works were influenced by structuralist approaches, particularly those of Ferdinand de Saussure and Claude Lévi-Strauss. However, Foucault later distanced himself from structuralism, preferring to situate his theories within what came to be known as post-structuralism. His personal approach rejected the larger narratives regarding universal truths, instead emphasizing the contextual and contingent nature of knowledge and power. Foucault's historical methodology, often referred to as archaeology, is outlined in works such as The Archaeology of Knowledge. This approach examines the historical conditions under which particular systems of thought emerge and how these systems define and regulate what is considered to be true or false. Foucault introduced the concept of epistemes, or the implicit frameworks of knowledge, to describe the underlying rules and structures that govern intellectual paradigms in specific historical periods. In his seminal work Discipline and Punish, The Birth of the Prison, Foucault explored the evolution of disciplinary institutions and their role in the regulation of individuals. He analyzed how modern societies transitioned from overt displays of sovereign power, such as public executions, to more subtle forms of control through surveillance and normalization. The concept of the panopticon, a theoretical model of surveillance introduced by Jeremy Bentham, served as a central metaphor for Foucault's analysis of power. He argued that the panopticon structure, which allows for constant visibility, exemplifies how individuals internalize disciplinary mechanisms, thereby regulating their own behavior without the need for overt coercion, and adds further proofs to the observations and lessons gleaned from author and historian James Scott. Foucault's concept of biopower further expanded his analysis of power. Biopower refers to the techniques and strategies through which modern states exercise control over populations by managing life processes, such as health, reproduction, and mortality. This theory, elaborated in the history of sexuality, marked a significant departure from traditional notions of power as solely repressive. Instead, Foucault emphasized that power is also productive, shaping norms, identities, and desires, a la Edward Bernays. His examination of sexuality challenged the idea that it had been suppressed in modern society, instead arguing that sexuality had become a central focus of scientific discourse and state intervention. And while this argument may be debated, it may also indicate that the modern disruption surrounding gender and sexuality is not necessarily a random, evolutionary process of societal norms. Foucault's analysis of power-knowledge relationships is also a cornerstone of his work. He argued that knowledge is not independent of power but is instead a key instrument through which power operates. Discourses, or systems of knowledge and language, establish what is considered valid or true, thereby enabling the exercise of power. Foucault's genealogical method, as demonstrated in works like Nietzsche, Genealogy, History, traces the historical development of these discourses, uncovering their contingent and often arbitrary nature. Foucault's later works focused on the concepts of subjectivity and ethics. He examined how individuals are shaped by power and discourse, but also how they can resist these forces through practices of the self. in his History of Sexuality series. Particularly the use of pleasure and the care of the self, Foucault explored how ancient Greek and Roman philosophies provided models for ethical self-fashioning. These works mark a shift in Foucault's focus from the analysis of power structures to the possibilities for individual autonomy and resistance, which is where the true lessons and the ultimate benefit of his teachings should be introduced for discussion and consideration. Michel Foucault's work on individual autonomy and resistance provides a powerful basis for understanding how individuals can navigate, critique, and resist the forces of power that shape their lives, often under the auspices of the greater good. His theories emphasize the importance of self-awareness, ethical self-formation, and the capacity for critical thought as tools to challenge dominant structures of control and manipulation or social engineering. Foucault's insights, when adapted within a modern context and made available and understandable or relatable to the average person, offer practical and important lessons for fostering individual agency and critical consciousness. This is especially relevant in modern society, which is increasingly shaped by centralized power structures, engineered narratives, and the interplay between subjective and objective truths. Foucault argued that power is not solely repressive but also productive, meaning it shapes identities, desires, and norms. This dual nature of power creates opportunities for resistance. Foucault's concept of practices of the self refers to the ways individuals can cultivate ethical self-awareness and exercise agency within power structures through civic participation. He drew inspiration from ancient Greek and Roman thought, where personal autonomy was pursued through disciplines such as self-reflection, moderation, and the deliberate shaping of one's personal character, Plato's insistence on this being the role of the state aside in this case. For Foucault, such practices represent a means of resisting the forces that seek to define and constrain individuals. In the modern context, teaching these lessons requires making Foucault's theories accessible and relevant to the realities of contemporary life for the average person. This involves demonstrating how power operates in everyday systems such as media, education, and governance, and equipping individuals with the tools to critically evaluate these influences. Teaching critical media literacy can empower people to distinguish between factual reporting and propaganda, enabling them to successfully navigate the complex information landscape of the digital age. Similarly, fostering an understanding of how societal norms and values are constructed through discourse can help individuals recognize and challenge biases and inequalities embedded in institutional practices. To counterbalance the control and manipulation often associated with organizational structures, Foucault's ideas must be integrated into educational and community initiatives that prioritize decentralized, participatory, and adaptive approaches to societal development. Decentralized systems, which rely on localized decision-making and collective action, more closely align with Foucault's emphasis on the dispersion of power and the capacity of individuals to shape their environments. In such systems, the cultivation of critical thought and ethical self-formation becomes a cornerstone of sustainable human growth. One practical application of Foucault's theories is in promoting public dialogue about the nature of truth and the distinction between subjective and objective realities. Foucault cautioned against absolute claims to truth, noting that what is accepted as truth is often a product of power relations and discourse, in addition to being highly influenced by the individual lived experience and their unique perception and perspective. By encouraging individuals to question the origins and implications of accepted truths, educators and community leaders can foster a culture of critical inquiry. This involves not only teaching logical reasoning and evidence-based analysis but also emphasizing the importance of empathy and open-mindedness in understanding diverse perspectives. It is equally imperative to impart such lessons in a manner that is accessible to the average individual in modern society. Foucault's work also highlights the importance of resisting the reduction of individuals to passive subjects within systems of control, especially in terms of larger, more centralized systems that may lack any understanding of the local context. In a world where data-driven algorithms, surveillance technologies, and institutional bureaucracies increasingly shape human behavior, there is an inherent need for strategies that promote personal and collective agency. These strategies might include advocating for transparency and accountability in organizational practices, supporting grassroots movements that challenge, or at the very least provide a localized balance to centralized authority, and creating spaces for alternative narratives and voices to be heard. Integrating Foucault's lessons into efforts to develop decentralized, coordinated, integrated, and adaptive systems for sustainable human growth requires a commitment to civic participation at the local level, open and honest dialogue, and the recognition of diverse forms of knowledge and the individual lived experience. Such systems must be designed to empower individuals and communities to actively participate in shaping their local futures, rather than being passive recipients of top-down directives from distant, centralized systems offering singular, blanket solutions. This includes prioritizing education that equips people with the tools necessary to critically engage with local societal challenges, fostering resilience in the face of change, and promoting collaboration across cultural, social, environmental, and economic boundaries. Foucault's insights into individual, familial, and communal autonomy and resistance remain profoundly relevant in addressing the societal issues of the modern world. By teaching individuals to question dominant narratives, understand the dynamics of power, and cultivate ethical self-awareness, his work offers a pathway toward more equitable and sustainable systems of governance and social organization.
Please like, share, subscribe, and comment below.